red like waist high. I don't do lanes. Little watch out like 2 chains. I done swerved in a new lane. Bang at the crit, do things. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go. Gun.
Now Ryan on first down. Flushed out right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Now Ryan. He's got two. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
There you go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Coming now. We're going to 54. Right here. 26.
Again to Elliott. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. After the penalty, it's Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On second down, Elliott. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 488. Here we go. 47. Let's go. Let's finish now. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Go, get out there.
Here's Elliott. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Get out, get out. 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Prescott now. Steps away to his left. There he goes inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Grady Jarrett getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
47, 47. Go, get out there.
The give is to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 11 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Here's Elliott, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A second down throw for Prescott. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Go to 54. Go to 54. Right. There you go. 26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they boot it through, and now we're all square after 2 quarters of play.
And what's that great term you taught me? They're level, right? They got back to level. Now they get to go back in the locker room, regroup, and start over in the second half.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Here we go, 46, 46. Good. Here we go, 46. Go, get out there.
A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here we go, 47, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Second down, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Elliott. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Number 46. It's coming now. 26.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Sweat. Hey. Let's go, get up.
Prescott. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flushed out right. And he's got the rookie from Alabama, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Ryan. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Freeman with a Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1st down, Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
46.
Prescott on 1st down. They still can't get it. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Deion Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. They'll give him a yard on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his first throw here is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
20. Hey, got it. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And it's the linebacker, Shea McClellan, with a pick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Here we go, 46.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Riddick with a carry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go. 47. 46.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Freeman again. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Ryan. Flush to his right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Who's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
27. There you go.
Back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Now Elliott. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They get it to him running left, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that is going to set up third and goal. A handoff left to Elliott, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. One last shot now for Prescott. And they finally get to him as he's taken down.